I'm Piano Man. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Yeah. Welcome to the long run with an honest tongue. Justified, opinionated when the topic comes. Don't give a piss about nothing but tide. Honey bee on my mind and I keep that pride. Stroke still strong, last name long. Roll tide, roll where the truth belong. West Virginia born, working hard in my soul. Still got that steel town grin and I take control. F them trees, yeah I said it loud. Go Steelers too, got the whole room proud. Love that college game, love that Friday light. Love them real world problems and we talk all night. We bring that fire gumbo daily. Stir it up, don't play me. Bishop on the forge by fire away. JB got the whole room crazy. LaToya in the mix, can't tame it. Twitch to keep the freight line moving. Welcome to the show. Piano Man. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
Hey, good morning, and good morning again. How are you? Hey, it's me, it's Piano Man. I'm here on this welcome to the show. The first day of June 1. Happy new month to everyone. Happy new month to everyone. Just glad to be here, glad to see you. And let's get this party started. Bishop is going to be a little late today, but he will be on a little bit later. We're not going to be on as long this morning because I do have some more business to go and tend to. And it's going to be sort of a busy week for me. I'm going to go ahead and let you know today. I'm going to have to figure this out about tomorrow, about the show tomorrow. I'm taking my grandson to a football camp in the morning, and I might, if I do have a show, I'll have to do it through my phone coming from the camp, and we just have to talk from there and this, that, and the third, and we're going to figure it out, okay? But just let's just know that this is going to be a busy week, but we're still going to do what we have to do, right? Right. We're still going to do what we have to do and try to bring the best in content and everything. I hope and pray now. Let me turn over here to my other device. Da-da-da-da. Here we go. There we go. I've turned over to my other device, and okay, because I'm monitoring something. For those of you that don't know, when we made it up over to 500, we're not able to do certain things and super chats and this, that, and the third. So if you feel like doing that, we do have a goal that we wanted to reach today, and I just wanted 5, and if your heart is touched to do so, we'd be glad to do that. And we'd be glad that you would do that, if you will. But if not, hey, we understand. We're still going to do what we have to do and everything, because I'm not in it for that anyway. But now that I've made it to that, we could utilize that, if you will. But anyway, let's, how we do it and everything. We got a lot to go over today, but y'all know how I do first. Good morning, William Bryan, and Roll Tide to you. Stephen Hicks and the voices of No Mercy, wishing you nothing, with the exception of Alabama. While we wish Stephen Hicks nothing but the absolute best, he wishes all non-Bama fam nothing but the absolute worst. Good morning, Stephen Hicks and Roll Tide. Tough as nails, Roll Tide to you. I want to thank Dark One Music, Coach Carl, for the $9.99 super chat. Thank you. That's my first one. Wait a minute. I got to do this. I want to do this. Wait a minute. Not that one. He's the first one. And then now that's the gloating. And there we go. I want to thank everybody. Roll Tide, Coach Carl. Thank you. Thank you, Stephen Hicks, tough as nails. Matter of fact, y'all still need to see Coach Carl about that intro. Dark One Music, man. They the baddest thing walking the planet, man. Stephen Higgs, Roll Tide, to you tough as nails, William Bryan. Hey, good morning to my GM Bino, man. Me and Bino been talking all weekend, man. And I'm gonna tell you about that in just a minute. Roll Tide, Bino, what's up with you? My GM is in the house. My GM is in the house. Jacory, Roll Tide to you, my friend. Roll Tide to you. Yep. Roll Tide to you. Blessed 50 with grace and mercy. Good morning and roll tide to you. Good to see you. Stephen Hicks said the Undertaker and the No Mercy crew have joined up with the voices. The bell tolls for everyone. Doom and despair. Stephen Hicks, doom, gloom, despair, and agony on me. And look here, when we get through with them, Stephen Hicks, they're going to be able to sing that part. If it wasn't for bad luck, I have no luck at all, because you ain't going to get nothing over here but gloom and despair. That's it, Stephen Hicks. You better tell them we're getting close to the season now. It's June, William. Everybody's here. Good to see you. Let's go back down to the bottom of the hill. That's right. Thank you again, Coach Call, for the Dark One Music for the $9.99 super chat. We're just glad to be here. Lady Latoya's here and everything. Roll Tide to you, Lady Latoya. She's one of our gumbo chefs, along with Coach Carl, one of our gumbo chefs. And we're just glad that they're here today. I'll be glad when they can be on here all the time and everything. I'm just, I'm praying about that. I really am. I'm praying about that. And I do have a vision. I have a vision, not just a dream, but I have a vision about something. And I'm going to bring that, the Lord help. With the Lord's help, we're going to bring that into fruition. Yes, we will. We're going to bring that into fruition, man. We're going to bring it into fruition. But we're just glad to be here. Now, let's get on with the getting. First, I want to congratulate both the Alabama baseball and the softball teams on their win. Bama took Oklahoma State took Bama to the mountaintop last night, but Bama came out victorious. I think that game was 9-7, and our softball team is still doing the doggone thing. Let me tell y'all something. If you have not, let me straighten this up so I won't mess up nothing. There we go. If you have not, and I'm being honest with you, if you have not been keeping up with the other Alabama sports and everything, you're actually doing yourself a disservice. Really, you are. It is some nice baseball, some nice softball that's being played by the Alabama teams, and I would that you would support them. Now, I was listening to two shows this morning. Thank you to the $5 from Bino, my GM. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. That's from my GM. Thank you. I want to say this. You're doing yourself a disservice when you don't watch the other teams play. And I mean, like the softball and the baseball team. They're playing, and even if baseball and softball is not your thing, they are playing some good baseball, some good softball. You see what I'm saying? And I'm talking about, and please forgive me for my raspiness, but I'm even talking about to the point where in this particular tournament, you're seeing good teams, top seeds, have to either they're getting beat in a regular round and have to go to an elimination round. Man, that thing is the business. I'm not even playing with you, man. That thing is the business. I mean, honest to goodness, it's the business. And I'm having fun just watching it. And so I was listening to two podcasters this morning, and one of them, I didn't hear if the other one brought it up or not. If they did, I missed it. But the second one did. they brought up the fact that last night in the round, and Lady Latoya, I don't know if you saw this or not, and Stephen Hicks, I'm not sure if you saw it either. Who else gave me a super chat? Who else? Stephen Hicks, thank you for the super chat, sir. Thank you. Lady Latoya, thank you for the super chat. Thank you. Thank you for $5 super chat from both of you. Thank you. Little becomes much. Thank you so much. Thank you. But they were talking about how sparse the crowd was. And what's crazy is when I was looking at on my Twitter page last night, Bino, it even came from an Auburn fan saying something about it, the Tuscaloosa Regional and everything. And then there was another picture from the Tuscaloosa Regional where it showed Coach DeBoer at the baseball game. He was there. He was there watching the game. I put in the caption that Coach DeBoer is a big baseball fan. He loves baseball. His daughter is a beast of a softball player. And so all I'm getting at is let's support the teams, the softball teams, the baseball team. Let's support them. If we say that we're Alabama fans, don't just be an Alabama football fan. Be an Alabama fan. Be an Alabama fan of all of the sports, of everything that Alabama has to offer, if that's what you choose to do. That's what I do. I choose to do that. Now, do I have other teams that I watch? Yes, I do. Because I'm from West Virginia. I also grew up in as basketball. I also grew up a Louisville fan. Louisville and UCLA in basketball. I used to love them. And I watched North Carolina a lot. I was from that end of the country. And even after I moved to Mississippi, I still did not stop watching them. I still like to watch them, and I still rooted for them from time to time. So I still like other teams as well. But when it comes down to the totality of what Alabama has to offer, I still watch as much as I can of the other sports of Bama. So I'm asking everyone, tune in today. Matter of fact, I will pull it up now for you. If you have the time, but if you're not in a place that you can do this, now don't get in no trouble about this with your boss or whatever. But here we go. Here we go. Okay, NCAA softball. Alabama plays this evening at 6 p.m. They're playing Texas Tech. That's going to be a good one. Number 1 versus number 11. Now, here we go. Now, Lady Latoya, boy, now see, Lady Latoya be watching it too. And I forgot who else is watching it. Bishop watches it as well. But here we go. In that ladies softball tournament, you're going to have the number 2 Texas against Tennessee, which comes on at 11. That'll give us time to get off of here and go grab some lunch. And if you're going to watch that game, watch that one. But now Tennessee, Texas, they're playing what they call a double elimination round. Tennessee, Texas plays at 11, and then they turn around and play another game at 1:30 if necessary. Now, me personally, I wish that game would end in a tie. I don't like neither one of them. I don't like neither one. Who else gave us a check? William Bryant, thank you for the $10 super chat. Thank you so much. Thank you. Then Alabama's playing Texas Tech. Both of these games are double elimination rounds. Okay, double elimination. So Tennessee, Texas, Alabama, Texas Tech. Y'all noticing a trend? Are you noticing a trend? Those Texas teams are showing up again, just like it was last year. You noticing the trend? So, but Alabama is right there in the thick of things. So, Texas, Tennessee, Alabama, Texas Tech. uh, Tennessee, Texas is at 11. And then if however it goes, if it's a double elimination, if necessary, elimination game, if necessary, uh, their game is at 1:30, 11 and 1:30. And then Alabama again, 6 and 8:30, if necessary. Okay. So Roll Tide, let's do this doggone thing. Let's make it happen. Right. Right. All right. Then we want to go to NCAA baseball. And today, now, important game, even though it's not important, but I want to thank Milwaukee, the University of Milwaukee, for making the lives, the baseball lives of Auburn just miserable. Okay. And so this is an elimination game. Auburn and Milwaukee plays at 5 o'clock. But on tap for today at 11 is Florida State and St. John's. Got something to tell you about St. John's as well. Georgia Tech and Oklahoma at 2. Florida State at St. John's. It's an elimination game at 3, if necessary. And then Auburn and Milwaukee at 5. That's on ESPNU. And then you have a whole slate of games. You have a whole slate of games today. So I'm just telling you that there's a lot of sports that's out there. Not football, not necessarily football, but there's a lot of sports out there. Dealing with Alabama, mainly baseball, softball. Let's support the team. Let's support the teams. That's all I'm getting at. Let's support the teams. We say when we get to holler and Roll Tide, a lot of time we just want to say Roll Tide with the football team. But I say Roll Tide with the basketball team, the baseball team, the track, the tennis, whatever it is. Roll Tide when they graduate. You see what I'm saying? So let's support. Let's support the team. Thank you, Dwight, my producer. Good morning, Roll Tide, Dwight. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you. Somebody's gonna get some raises around here. Because I want to, I told y'all I have a goal. It's something that I want to do, and one of these days I'm going to explain it. Okay. What else do I need to tell you all? Now that we've got that out of the way, like I said, congratulations to our baseball and our softball team. There we go. Congratulations. Oh, okay, my bad. Okay, hold on. Y'all, I'm bringing to the stage none other than the man himself, the man, the myth. He's a nemesis, not just only the 3-stroke Charlie, but even the 10-stroke Jim. He's a nemesis to everybody. What's up, Dark One? What's up, Coach?
Hey, what's going on with you this morning?
Hey, look, I'm just happy, man. I'm happy, Coach. I'm ecstatic. The things that I've been wanting to do, I didn't think that it would really happen. But that was my first time launching the super chat thing, and just to see all of that come in is kind of exciting to see all these different colors and this and that and the third. And see, and I'm a giver by nature. You see what I'm saying? Because that's what I was taught to do. My parents taught me to give. My pastors have taught me to give, and everything, and and Bible teaches giving, it shall be given unto you. And I'm watching this come to fruition. That makes me excited. But like I said, I got a goal in mind. I got something I want to do. So it's all good in the hood. So how you doing, Coach?
I'm all right, man. I'm glad to see you make it to the super chat status.
I appreciate that. I appreciate it. This is all new to me, and so I'm just letting it all happen, and I'm just gonna continue to do what I do. And the one thing they asked me what I was gonna do with it, and I said I'm gonna host a late night show. I'm gonna host a late night show, and
I heard you.
I'm gonna host a late night show. We gonna get down up in there that late night, man. We gonna make it happen. But but we're gonna also do some more things that we did last year. And I'm gonna probably you know what, coach, now I was about to lose, and I'm still thinking about doing this, but I might lose half the crew if I do this. Because I told them they can't be on the crew, be part of the crew and and participate
The draw.
uh in the drawings, not on the one I want to do. But I'm gonna tell you, I still want to do the 85-inch TV. I still really want to do that. But the first thing I did first when I first launched that idea, the first person I heard from was guess who? Susan. Susan said, now P, now if you do that, I'm gonna be turning in my resignation.
Hey,
I'm gonna be turning
just
in my resignation, you know, from being on the crew because I want to be part of the TV, deal. I said, you can't do that. I mean, and then next thing you know, here come more folks talking about, oh, well, if you launch a campaign like that, and so it's gonna leave me standing by myself.
nah, no, you just got to make it available for everybody.
It looked like I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna do something, and everything.
Just
I'm brainstorming and everything. But I'm just brainstorming. So we got a ways till that happens. But
just
I'm
make it.
brainstorming. But coach, I'm gonna tell you this, and then we're gonna get on with some. We're gonna go with some sports talk right quick. But next week I'm starting my summer series, and the first 2 weeks. The first week I will be doing the content creators of the game, and the next week it will be ladies week, doing the ladies of the game. And so
Okay.
starting next week, it with the content creators of the game, coach, I want you here with me. My first guest, boy, we gonna have it's gonna be a humdinger of a show because me and him gonna go at it. Cause I'm gonna tell you now. I'm gonna tell you now. I was on Twitter this morning, coach, and someone put in the caption that Joe Montana was the number one most overrated quarterback in that's ever been talked about. I like to jump through that screen.
Oh my goodness! Don't tell me that was B Sharp.
No, that wasn't B Sharp. It was not B Sharp. It wasn't B Sharp. But I said that because when they had this who was the best quarterback, they had this Tom Brady character up in a category by himself, right? And
Mm-hmm.
up under him was Joe Montana, up under him was Eli, Peyton, all them. But the funny part about it is you got a man who lost 3 Super Bowls, 2 of them to the same quarterback back to back. And you had you had Tom Brady over Eli. Now, maybe I'm looking at it wrong, but in my opinion, how can you call somebody a GOAT and they lost?
It just they mostly talking about the era of football we living in, man. It just Tom Brady is what everybody that we know seen. He was more like that unbeatable character that we all seen. Everybody wanted a piece of Tom Brady. Everybody trying to beat Brady. It was just a Brady Belichick thing. And then when he left Belichick, everybody thought that it was going to end, but he went and won another one. So it's kind of like that's why they put him there. But
Uh-huh.
I'm with you, man. I always say it with Montana myself. I always did. Actually, before Montana, I said I really love Dan Marino, where he played the game. He never
Yeah.
won, but the dude was phenomenal, man. Like it's so many other quarterbacks before Brady, but Montana is the one that consistently won, then lose. And he
Right,
left
right.
for San Francisco, went to Kansas City and won, but he didn't win the Super Bowl. But he continued to win. So yeah, I'm with you with the Montana thing. I would have put Montana one and put Brady beside him, but I wanted to put Brady on top of him.
Yeah, I just have this theory. So my first guest next Monday is going to be none other than the man himself, B Sharp. And we gonna have a Wayne Dang Doodle. And I called him and asked him, I say, man, cause B Sharp and Coach Sean and uh you and a couple of others are part of the reason why I'm doing what I do. And by y'all's encouragement and just pushing me and encouraging me to go on and do the doggone thing. Well, here we are now, and this will be part of my way of just showing everybody how much I appreciate and everything. But I want to be sharp to come because it's just going to be an interview. It's going to be an interview, but we're also going to talk football. We're going to talk about how B Sharp got to be B Sharp and things like that. And then at the end, we gonna take the gloves off and we're gonna settle this Tom Brady and Joe Montana foolishness. And what I'm thinking about doing as I was getting ready to come on here this morning, I was thinking about having me just a special show. And I'm calling all Tom Brady fans and I'm calling all Joe Montana fans worldwide to meet me over here on the long run. And we want to settle all of this. I'm calling 49er fans, Kansas City Chiefs fans, I'm calling New England Patriots fans, and them Tampa Bay Buccaneers fans. All that good stuff. But you still won't be able to negate the fact that Tom Brady lost 3 Super Bowls and Joe Montana lost none. You can't change it. You can't
he should have
change history.
he should have lost four. Shit,
Show
they bought
shoulda.
one. They bought one. I don't know. They probably bought all of them, but I know they bought the Atlanta one. Yeah,
I mean,
bought
but
one.
so
Bought one.
but next Monday, and as the week goes on, I will be giving you the schedule of who all is coming and everything. I've been kind of working a little hard, and on the second week will be ladies of the game, and I'm kind of lining that up and everything because I got to do some heavy duty twisting of the arm here to get the ladies on now, but I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. Oh yes, I am. I'm gonna get this done. And good morning, Bama hater. Uh, Bama Hater, what's up, everybody? P Coach, I got my nephew at camp at UAB this week. Cool. I appreciate the input. Bama Hater, also check your email, bro. I emailed you something and just respond back, bro. Respond back. And
Yeah,
if you
that's
checked
good.
it, if you checked it and you responded back, let me know or re-respond because I didn't see it. But Bama Hater, I hit you up with something, bro, and I need your input on it. Okay, I appreciate you, big
What
dog.
what camp is he going to? Cause I'll be up there tomorrow and probably Thursday. I'll be
He
in
said
Birmingham.
UAB. I got my nephew in camp at UAB this week.
Yeah, it's tomorrow or Thursday. So what day he going? Cause I'll be up there tomorrow, and probably Thursday too.
Okay. Bama Hater, you heard him. Whatever, what day. Let Coach Carr know. And so Coach Carr can do what he got to do and everything. And Coach Carr, now look here. When you need Piano Man again, now I'm ready to get back in this thing, something local again. I've got to go to a camp tomorrow at the Mississippi Gulf Coast Junior College, Community College down in Perkins. I'm taking my grandson down there tomorrow. And so I'm gonna make it happen. So I might be doing a show from there because I know I'm not gonna be doing any evaluating and everything because this is gonna be straight high school. But what I am going to do, I am going to be putting Rep One on putting that info out about Rep One tomorrow, though, Coach. So it's gonna be on.
I
It's gonna be
appreciate it.
on.
I tell you what.
Yes,
I
sir.
tell you what we doing now, man. Is most of us we just laying low. I'm doing it myself personally. I'm taking kids to camps. I got
Right.
Birmingham
Okay.
probably Tuesday and Thursday. Well, I know it'll be in Birmingham tomorrow, so it's probably gonna be Thursday. And then I'm doing Troy Friday. So I got Birmingham and Troy this week. And next week I'm planning on doing either we're gonna do Alabama and Auburn next week. I think I gotta do Alabama and Auburn next week. And then the week after that going to Georgia State, going to Atlanta. The 20th,
Okay.
the 20th, I'm going to Atlanta with Georgia State. Now Georgia State, I got all access. So if once I talk to Coach Sales and you want to ride to Atlanta, just let me know, and then we'll just meet up and go to Atlanta because we got all access in Georgia State. We get coaches interview, field access, locker room access. We get to walk through the facilities. Like we got all access with Georgia State.
I got you. I got you. I got you. Cool. Well, Bama Hater says I will pee. I've been out of it lately. Lost my best friend. Hey man, we're praying for you, bro. Praying for you since the second grade. Those losses hurt a lot. Those
A
losses
lot.
hurt like that. When you lost because they're more than friends. They're either brother or sister, somebody that you've known for life like that. Yeah, man. Life like that. And buried him Friday. He be at camp Thursday, coach. So
Okay.
Bama Hater's nephew will be at camp Thursday. So we praying with you, Bama Hater. We got you, bro. We got you. We got you. We got you. Hey, good morning to Jeff Stapleton and Roll Tide to you. He said, make I make sense. Make AI make sense. Y'all read the caption. Jeff, I understand you, but let me tell you something. It's really not as bad as you think. You have to get in
Nah.
there, you have to work with it, and they're offering classes to help you navigate it. They help you get better at it because trust me, this is which way the world is going. And I'm having to even do some things, even at my age. I'm having to do some things. And so I learned something yesterday, coach, and I'm going to say this and then we're going to talk a little football here right quick. I learned about being poor, 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 passing over opportunities repeatedly or regularly. A lot of people are poor because they always pass over an opportunity. And when the lady said that, it hit me. This was yesterday before I went to church. This was yesterday, and I said, "Wow!" I said, "I never thought about it like that." But look at a lot of the opportunities that we as individuals pass up because of excuses. A lot of times we make excuses. We don't do something because we think it doesn't make sense, or we think it's not going to work for me, or we think it's not going to whatever, and we miss an opportunity to advance and to excel ourselves. So all I'm saying, Jeff, is to make it make sense, get in there to learn it. That's one of the best things to do because I'm gonna say this kind of soft. So, you know, but if you kind of learn that, there's potential, you know, making a little
It's
extra
it's a
cash.
it's a
You learn
lot,
that.
man.
Telling you, man.
When you start talking about AI,
Yeah,
man, in this world that you living in today, you're not gonna be able to survive without it.
that's it.
You're
I'm
really
telling
not,
you,
cause even me right now, man, I'm in school to get my master's, and my professor, it was saying you better learn how to use artificial intelligence. And I'm like, why? That's number one question I said. Why? He said because everything you do from this day forward, you gotta use AI. So I started studying. They gave us a lot of breakdowns on AI, and
mhm,
then we started putting all AI stuff together. It's actually fun when you're using AI because all you gotta do is you gotta understand it first and use it for the right things and for the right
that's
reasons, and tell it. every single thing that you want. You just can't go out there and say AI create a picture of me and then you don't give it all the detail. You better get AI every single detail you want. You give it every single detail you want to have on it, it'll create anything you want to do.
Exactly.
Anything. We write out like piano man. You probably know about how much time it takes to write out an 8-page essay, right?
Oh,
Write out all that stuff, do all that research, and then I turned it in. And my professor said, "Hey, you better run that thing through artificial intelligence." And I'm like, "Why?" Because if you running through AI gonna put pictures in there. AI gonna do this for you. AI gonna do that for you. And I'm like, "You can't use AI in college." He said, "This is a master's. It's not grad school, undergrad. This is grad. You better learn how to use AI. Because if you don't know how to use AI, anything that we say, if I tell you go download a picture, I don't want a picture that you found with somebody else. I want something you created." And I'm like,
mhm.
what? So I thought I uploaded in a little system that says AI in the school. The AI took the paperwork that I wrote, shot it right back out to me in about 3 minutes or less. It's the same writing, whole lot of picture, different format. I'm like, what the world? And then I submitted it. He said, "Nah, this is a paper." And I'm like, man,
So-
you mean tell me that I could have been doing this the whole time? He's like, oh yeah, you can use AI. You just gotta make sure you use it yourself, and then you tell AI what to do. So we know when AI did the work and when you did the work. So now I
well,
can use AI, man. I use the hell out of AI.
man, I love it. I love it, man. And when you learn how to take a picture of yourself and use that bad boy, man, AI is something serious. But I understand which way you're coming from, Steven. I understand. But, bruh, the deeper you go into the future, you're going to have to use AI. You're going to have to use, and Jeff, I read what you say it's not for you, bro. It's going to be I'm gonna tell you what, like Coach Carl said, if you use it for the right reason, man, it'll do you some good. It will do you good. I'm telling you. So don't pass up those don't pass up those opportunities. Uh, you know, no, Jeff. But I'm just saying, uh, it has helped me, and a lot of things that you see that I do is AI generated.
I'm
AI has
saying,
helped. It has enhanced some things. Now, uh, can I still write out an essay? I sure can. And matter of fact, I can go toe to toe. I can go toe to toe with AI until it gets to doing things that I don't think about. You see what I'm saying? And so it's just an enhancer. But I understand how y'all feel. But I'm just saying, man, don't 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 knock it till you try it. Don't knock it till you try it. Because one of my last papers that I did for my criminal justice course, my milestone, my capstone, and everything, AI helped me with that. It helped me a lot. It really did. It helped me. It helped me with vocabulary, using terms and words and all that good stuff. So don't knock it till you try, but just don't stay poor. Don't pass over opportunities repeatedly. Don't do that. Don't do that. Hey, take every opportunity to grow. While you're still here, you may as well grow. Continue to grow. And I guarantee you, it'll help you out. All right. Now let's move on. Coach, I'm happy. Bino, I'm happy. Hey, what's up, Truthful Jones? Good morning to you. Good morning and roll tide. Good morning and roll tide to everyone that I haven't spoken to. Thank you also for those that for the super chats this morning. Thank you for that. We reached our goal at 5. I was just asking for 5, just to see, and we reached our goal. And so I'm just learning how all this stuff works. So guess what? It's part of AI. See what I'm saying? So but Jeff is crazy, man. I'm not even gonna post that what Jeff said, but y'all can see it. I hear you, Jeff. I used to feel the same way. I did until I got on in there and I said, wow, you know, I I I I, I love it. So and gonna be doing some more stuff with it. So, but anyway, Coach, I'm happy. Bino, I'm happy. Chat, I'm happy this morning. My Bible is here. one of the Bibles that I use came out over the weekend. Athlon, the 2026 college football preview. Now, let me put this out there before I say anything else. I already know that these magazines are predictors. They're predicting, and they have opinions just like we do. Just like we do. Theirs is not wrong. Theirs is not right. It's just a prediction. It's an opinion. But there's also some things that are written in these magazines that's not false either. That's not false. I suggest that, and I'm going back to something that I said, Coach, about Bino. Bino and I've been having a conversation all weekend. Bino went and got his, and some of the articles that are in there, it will help you to understand where certain broadcasters and everything are coming from, because everything that's being said, and listen, this is not just an Alabama book, okay? All 130 something odd teams are Division I teams are in this book. They talk about them, okay? They talk about them. They are being talked about in this magazine. Now, Athlon is just one of three that I get. I get Athlons, I get Lindy's, I get Phil Steele, and I think there's another one, an old one that's going to be rebooted, I guess, here in the next few weeks. I'm going to get that one too. And what I do is I compare. But there are some articles in here that I want to get at, and before I go to something and whatever I want to get at, and this is called the 15. Yeah, this is called the 15 things to watch in 2026 by Steve Lasson. This is in Athlon's Sports, and I'm going to go to number 10. Number 10. The number 10 thing that Steve Lasson said to watch for is Kalen DeBoer's crucial third season at Bama. We're going to talk about this for a few minutes. And I'm going to read what it says. It's not a long read. It's short. Okay, here we go. Kalen DeBoer's resume at Bama, a 20-8 record with one SEC championship game and college football playoff appearance, is a 2-year run that many teams in college football will take. But Alabama is no ordinary program. And DeBoer had the impossible assignment of replacing Nick Saban, arguably the greatest coach in college football history. The 26 campaign marks a crucial point of DeBoer's tenure. The trademark, physicality, and rushing attack Alabama is known for were missing in 25. Is that a lie? No. It was missing. The Crimson Tide finished 15th in the SEC in rushing and ranked 13th in sacks allowed, number 32. Here we go. 5-star freshman Xavier Crowell could provide a much-needed big play threat in the backfield, but a greater concern is how a completely revamped offensive line meshes this offseason. Isn't that what Lady LaToya's been saying? Okay. DeBoer and offensive coordinator Ryan Grubb have a strong track record of quarterback development, and two intriguing candidates, Austin Mack and former touted 5-star prospect Keelan Russell will battle for the job this fall. Whichever quarterback starts will need receiver Ryan Coleman Williams to bounce back after an up and down sophomore campaign. Alabama enters the season with more concerns than at any time in recent memory. This season is important for DeBoer, who signed a new 7-year contract that will pay him $12.5 million per season to show the program is still on solid footing and poised to reload and contend once again in the SEC. Now, before I give my spiel on this, Coach, I'm gonna let you have your spiel first. I'm gonna let you take first shot. Go ahead. Coach. He must have did he have to step away? Coach? Okay. Okay. First off, I'm gonna start by saying nothing that this man wrote is false. Everything he said is basically true. But he also said some things that I question. Not so much him, but I question the fact that when I go and look at, let me go back here, and here we are. When I go and I look at Alabama's depth chart, now even though they have a 1 and a 2, Steve Lesson is already calling for Xavier Crowell, the freshman, to do what he does, to come in and to make it happen. But when you look at the depth chart of Bama, first of all, let's come to a realization that, wow, and when I looked at this the other night, I said, okay, here we go. Bama, as far as starters go, I'm talking about offense now. From an offensive side of the ball, Bama only has one returning starter. One. Guess who that is? Ryan Coleman Williams. One returning starter. That's who's coming back. Everyone else, see, this is why I keep telling you all, is that, everyone else is going to be virtually new. They may have started later on, but they did not start in the year. Virtually new. And when you get to the nucleus of the offense, the big thing that they're really talking about is the O-line. Lady Latoya said it. I said it. A couple of others said it. It will not matter who is the quarterback. I know some people will disagree. It will not matter who's the quarterback if the O-line does not mesh. I'm just being honest with you. It won't matter. Any of us can get back there and play quarterback with a good O-line, with good timing, being able to recognize blitzes, being able to recognize even blitzes that are disguised. being able to pick it up, being able to know that there's a potential blitz coming. You got to be able to recognize the fact, and that's where film study comes in and things like that. But when this writer goes on to say that Xavier Crowell, which I do believe the dude is going to be bad, but when you look at this magazine here, 1 and 2 is Daniel Hill and Kevin Riley. What I'm also believing is the fact that Bama's running room is going to be pretty deep. But if the O-line does not produce, if the O-line does not excel, if the O-line does not create havoc for a defense starting in week 1, it will not matter who's quarterback. It will not matter who's running back. It will not matter because that O-line has not meshed. And all I'm going to say is this right here. That's going to be not just a week-to-week thing. It's going to be a play-to-play thing. That's how it's going. That's how it's going to be. It's going to be one play to the next play, to the next play. Each play, you're getting better. Each rep, you're getting better. You're getting stronger. You're beginning to recognize those things just don't happen overnight. Those things happen. That's where the process comes in. You're not going to just come out there and just blow everybody out. There will be mistakes. There are going to be mistakes. Pros make them. Professionals make them. High schoolers make them. Junior high makes them. The Pee-wee teams make them. We make them in everyday life. Mistakes are going to be made. But the question is, do you learn from them? Do you learn from that mistake? And then once you made the mistake, are you willing to put it behind you and correct it and let's move on? That happens at every play. So when I was reading this last night, and I've read this a few times, looking over it, making sure that I didn't miss anything to see what was happening. Hey, good morning to the governor. Good morning, governor. Coming in. Good morning.
Morning, Pete.
All right, bro. Yeah, good morning. Good morning. When it talks about and Bino and I were talking about something. He didn't even see this, but he saw it. He said, but he I think he just overlooked it, but overlooked the article. But let me see, where is it? Now, at the very end, Alabama enters 26 with more concerns than at any time in recent memory. That's no lie. That's just the truth of the matter. Why? Because you're coming with something totally new. All the way across. I told you, if you go look at the depth chart of Alabama on offense, I'm going to talk about defense later on. Alabama is coming with one original starter from last year. That's Ryan Coleman Williams. Everyone else is getting on in there, and so you're going to have them. Yeah, they all have to mesh. So all I'm saying is when our team takes that field, you're looking at on offense now. On offense, with the exception of Ryan Coleman Williams, everyone else is basically new. That's what's going to make it exciting. That's what's going to make it intriguing, but it's also going to be a case of mystery. And this is why a lot of the writers and even some of the fans, they're not saying that and Governor said this last week, and I'm going to give Governor a lot of people did not hear you say this because we were in the Discord when you said this. But I want to repeat something that Governor said, but I'm going to allow him to elaborate on it. Governor brought up some key components for the upcoming year. And he did list some things and a lot of people don't want to hear the negatives about their team. But Governor began to list it. This had to be check. Is this in check? Blah, 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 check. Blah, 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 check. But Governor at the end said, I don't want you all to think that I am against Alabama because I'm for Alabama. But I also don't want you to think that they can't come out of this or they can't come through this. You remember when you said that, Governor?
Yep.
See, people take parts of a clip or whatever, and they will weave this web of deception where they did not finish what he said. Not saying that anybody weaved a web or anything. I'm using it for an example. But Governor did finish saying, he's saying, I'm not saying that Bama can't win and Bama can't come through. And he's saying they're not, and he said, I'm not saying that they won't come through. I'm just saying it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard. But they can, So Governor, I know you're just coming in on what I've been reading. I'm reading an article from my Bible came in, Governor. Me and Bino went got some Bibles the other day. And I'm reading an article that talks about the 15 things to watch for. And the number 10 thing that they said watch for, Steve Lasson, the writer of this piece, said is called Kalen DeBoer's crucial third season at Bama. And they were saying some things that you were saying. He's saying something that Lady LaToya was saying. And I don't know how much of what you heard, but he was saying that at the end, DeBoer and offensive coordinator Ryan Grubb have a strong track record of quarterback development. And two intriguing candidates on Austin Mack and Keelan Russell. I was just saying it doesn't matter who's quarterback. If that O-line is not gelling, then it's going to throw the whole thing off. That's where I was, Governor.
Okay. I remember what I said in the Discord. Well, good morning, chat. That's first and foremost. Good morning, y'all. But before you get to me, you have to go with what Coach Carl said. He said, if y'all not seen, if you remember if he was in there, he said something. He said, if you paid attention after week 5, after week 5, how did the offense look? In 2 years. That's what we're talking.
Yeah.
Because after week 5, the offense was abysmal in 2 years. Back-to-back seasons. You beat Georgia at home, and after that, season went downhill. You beat Georgia last year, away. After that, season just looked very, very vanilla.
Right.
That's number 1. Number 2, to get back to what I was talking about, it's the one I'm gonna look at the camaraderie with the team, and that's from the coaches and the players. You can have all the talent in the world, but if the players and the coaches don't trust each other, it's not gonna work. It's just not. I don't care who you have out there. If the players don't believe in their coaches or their assistant coaches, or vice versa, it's not gonna work. We can sit there and yell and scream at the TV all we want. It's not gonna change nothing. So we have to look at that to see if that changes. Is the spark there? Even if we win or lose, but if if it looks like some type of grit, some type of fight on that field, then we might have a little perspective. Okay, maybe they're just a better team and they just beat us. The problem is not that us losing; it's the problem that's how we lost.
Mhm.
is how you look losing. Did you look like you went down fighting, or did you look like y'all just quit? That's our biggest issue. Or I would say mine. I can't speak for everybody. That would be my biggest issue.
Uh-huh.
That's one. Number two, the running game. If the running game is not in either your top two or your top three, then you
Mhm.
have issues to look at. Because I
Mhm.
don't care how many points you score, but if you have no running game, we've
Right.
seen we've seen
Uh, uh,
this.
but hold up, Governor. Because you leaving something out. I need you to back up. Let's rewind the tape. Let's rewind the tape. You remember, because I was in there when we talked about that fifth ball game, the
Mhm.
fourth ball game, fifth ball game, and it actually started. And remember, we made the statement, and I was not the only one who made it, that in the Georgia game, I'm going all the way back. I'm not talking about the second game either. I'm talking about the first game in Athens. Did anybody notice Kirby really did not wait until the second half to make adjustments? The
Oh no.
adjustments actually started in the second quarter.
Yeah.
They actually started in the second quarter. They were making, I call them baby adjustments. They were taking baby steps. By the time the end of that third quarter came, Alabama couldn't score nothing. And guess what? And the game fell into the hands of who? The defense. The defense.
On both sides.
Alabama and Governor, am I lying about anything?
No, it became a defensive game for both sides.
On both sides. On both sides. Alabama just so happened to have the better defense going down the stretch.
Hmm.
But the point that Governor's making, and I want him to elaborate some more, because that's why I stopped him, because Alabama's offense, and come on now, they failed to produce in the Georgia game after the 24 points. They scored 24 points in the first half and didn't score any more. You can't win like that on a consistent basis. Go ahead, Governor.
That's a fact. You can't win like that on a consistent basis, and sometimes you can't win like that just in the moment. Because football, as we know, is all about momentum, and the momentum swing doesn't necessarily mean it has to come from the offense or the defense. That can come from the special teams.
Uh-huh.
It's about momentum and
Uh-huh.
the discipline from the players and the coaches. Like football is a team sport.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if you caught 15 catches or 25 balls in one pause. You don't care if you caught 25 catches in a game. If you lose, you lose. It doesn't matter. There's no
Mm-hmm.
individual that's more important than a W.
That's it.
There's none. So the offense is the biggest highlight from me. I don't know about everybody else. It's the biggest concern for me. We have a first year line, first year starting quarterback. Um, Depending on who the running backs back there, it could be a second, or it might be a collective group. It might be a collective group of running backs this season. We might need to have that instead
Mm-hmm.
of just having one or two quarterbacks. We might need a collective group to hold this running team or the running back room accountable.
Uh-huh.
You know, a wide receivers. You only got one real starter that's coming back, and that's Ryan. Oh, and Lotzi. You got Brooks. So you got those two. But that's the problem. The world knows everything about Alabama because the world wants everybody to see Alabama lose. So there's no hidden secrets. So when you come out with vanilla schemes, you're basically playing in the defensive and the other schools like you playing in their backyard. You making them dictate what you're going to do next. Everybody has been watching Alabama for 2 years. New head coach, new coaching staff, new players. So they're going to try to eliminate every type of positive gain that we can do, they're going to try to take that away. What else can the other players do? And that's what we need to see.
Yep.
I'm trying to be good today, P.
And you know what? And you know what, Governor? And this is why I just stopped at the offense. I'm not even bringing the defense up because the defense is not what's per se in question. That's not who's in question. It's your offense. Because listen, it's a known fact. And listen, Governor, you and I know it's some diehards out there that's gonna go, and I'm gonna use this term, they're gonna get pissed off what I'm about to say. But I'm gonna say it anyway. When your offense don't help your defense, that's why we get beat 38-3.
Yeah, they ain't got nothing to do with defense.
Has nothing to do with defense. That was
Yes.
all offense. We lost to Florida State in the first game. Why? Because we stopped running the football. We were, I don't even want to rehash that, but it's just true. And we can't have that mindset anymore. I don't care. Listen, I don't care if back in my day they called it Grandma Moses. I don't care if Grandma Moses is back there running the football. If she's getting 3 to 4 yards a pop like that, keep running the football, because sooner or later a 6, 7, 8 touchdown yard is going to soon happen.
It's not even that. It's just the fact of you're keeping the defense honest or on their toes.
Yeah.
Because the running game opens up everything else. The running game could open up a quarterback draw. The running game could open up a slant. The running game could open up a downfield shot. It could be a 50-50. I'll take those 50-50 balls because at least you got to show the defense we're not scared to throw the ball downfield. Okay, I'm not saying that you're always going to catch it. You might get a catch. You might get incomplete. You might get interception. You might get a pass interference. You just never know when the ball's in the air. But if you don't run the ball, if you only run the ball 3 times in one quarter, that's bad. That's very bad. Their defense is getting off the field while your defense is staying on the field. So who do you think is going to be more healthy in the fourth quarter?
Thank you. Thank you. Say that one more time for the folks on the stage.
I'm like, if your defense has been on the field more than your offense in the first half, how can you expect them to hold up in the fourth quarter? You can't. Well, the defense blew. We got the lead with 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. The defense blew the game. The defense has been on the field for 45 minutes of this game. They're tired. The backups have been in. The third strings have been in. These guys are getting banged up in week 3. This is a problem.
Just saying, man. I'm just saying. It's
It's Kentucky. Okay, you keep sleeping on Kentucky.
I'm just saying. And like me and my little brother were talking yesterday. And shout out to Hall of Fame. Good to see you. Good to see you. Thank you. Thank you for coming by. And we're gonna come and check you out too, bro. Come and check you out. Yeah. Thank everybody for coming. See Susan, Steven, Jeff, all y'all. I see J. Cole. Peace and blessings to you, my friend. Yeah. And so all I'm saying is that this year, and so the guy who wrote this piece is not lying. The only thing that I don't like is the fact that you're putting all of this pressure on a freshman running back to come in to do something that your veterans should be doing. You understand which way I'm coming from, Governor? I mean, I'm not putting Crowell down. Lord knows I'm not putting him down. But it goes back to, it goes back to like what we talk about all the time. That was high school. This is another animal.
My thing is,
college is another animal.
You shouldn't even be looking at Corwell right now.
Exactly. That's all I'm saying. He shouldn't even
right
be
now.
even thought about yet.
You still got
Just
Riley. You
saying.
still got AK. You still got
You
um.
got
It's
Daniel
like
Hill,
four guys.
Riley,
Still got
Deere.
there. You got 3 or 4 guys in the system. Why are
Yeah.
you even looking right now? He should be getting the knowledge, the experience when needed, and just waiting his turn. He might have to come in the game once or twice. You just never know because injuries do happen. But
Uh-huh.
he shouldn't be the first thought.
Right.
That means that you
That's
don't trust the other 3 that's in front of you.
Thank you. See, that's my problem. That's my problem. Is what about these other cats? What, you ain't
Why
got
does
no confidence in them? And even if they're trying, and even if they're putting in the work and this and that and the third, but I realize this is just an article. I realize that because Crowell was highly touted. He was what's the word I'm looking for? He was publicized a lot. And he did all the stuff that they said he did. He did well. But like what Governor said, in this case, it's going to take a collective effort. It just may take that, especially in those first 2-3 weeks until you
here's
can get your footing. And
here's my thing.
somebody's going to have to somebody's going to have to pull away to be the
I was
starter.
go ahead. No,
Go
I
ahead,
was saying
Governor.
my bad. I was saying like here's my thing. I know people are saying I'm looking at one coach. Forget everybody else now. I'm looking at one coach. That's the head coach. The reason why I say that because you have a lot of people that say I'm behind the board no matter what. Okay, you do know if we win, he's going to get praised. If we lose, he's going to get backlash. So, in order, it's not it's not when you lose, it's how you lose. If our offense goes into the 3rd year looking like this, I'm not looking at Ryan Grubb. I'm not looking at the O-line coach. I'm not looking at the wide receiver. I'm looking at the head coach right now. What are you going to do? Because something's got to change. And since you're the head coach, you're supposed to be the general. You're supposed to make these adjustments. Every time we talk about adjustments with different teams, don't we say the head coach?
Mm-hmm.
The head coach made adjustments. We don't say, "Oh, the offensive line made the offensive coordinator made adjustments." Those adjustments have to come from somewhere. Which wouldn't
Right,
that be the
right,
head coach? So I'm looking at you, DeBoer, KD. You not on the hot seat, but you in the spotlight now because now everybody is ramming your name up and saying that they're behind you. So that means they're following you. They're not
right,
following Ryan Grubb because he already showed he can come and go. You have been
right.
dedicated. You said that you're sticking here. You got an extended contract. Now we're looking at you. You gonna take the team by the horns and run with it, or you're just gonna just keep letting this pattern keep going? Because right now this is a pattern for the offensive side. That's what we brought you in here for the offense. We didn't bring you in here for defense.
Right, right, right.
I think people forgetting that we didn't bring him in Ryan Grubb in here for defense. We brought him in here for offense. But the defense is getting better. The offense is going down.
Yep.
So now I'm looking at you. But hey, I don't know. Maybe I'm seeing something different, or maybe you and I seeing
No,
something different.
You see, Governor, you know what? Only the delusional is not seeing that. You were the one that brought it to our attention that under Sheridan, with uh, 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 someone that was thrown in as OC under Sheridan, how many points a game? 40.
41. Latoya brought that up. Don't give me that credit. Latoya brought that up.
Okay, 41. But you know what? Latoya brought it up, but I heard you reiterate it. Okay, you
Yeah.
reiterated the fact that 41 points. when Grubb came in, and I'm not bashing, I'm stating the obvious here. You lost 11 points.
A game,
11
a game,
per
and most
game,
and most of Ryan Grubb's points comes in the first half, not the second.
not the second. And
That's a
that's when you really need them in the second half. And your offense sputtered.
like you even like P. Even if you don't score in the second half, right? Let's say that's just that one off or whatever, or we go a couple of games without scoring in the second half. If your offense is still controlling the game, I
Uh-huh.
don't think there'd be any questions. Like if your offense is still on the field in the second half, like you come out in the second half and your
Uh-huh.
offense doesn't score, but your offense just ran off 7 minutes off the clock. Isn't that a win?
Uh-huh.
That's a win. You might have missed the field goal. Okay, we'll be upset with you missing the field goal, but you just ran 7 minutes off the clock, though.
Off the
I mean,
clock.
you're controlling the game, regardless on what you're controlling this game.
Mm-hmm.
But that brings back to the what statement that KD made to us. He don't want a game manager, and that's a red flag for me. Because
Mm-hmm.
if you look at these other schools, when they get longer into the season, those
Uh-huh.
quarterbacks are really just gunslingers. Now they're starting to manage the game because the
Uh-huh.
games are getting harder now. You can't just blow a team out. The games are going to get harder now. Mendoza in Miami? Didn't the game get harder in the finals? I mean, in
Yep.
national championship. Then he had to become a game manager. That's how they won the game.
Matter of fact, honest to goodness, and we might not talk about it today, but we're gonna get off into that. Like I said, there are some articles in this magazine that's gonna blow your mind. But Mendoza was a manager all year. He
All
was
year,
actually a manager all year.
the Penn State drive. That was game manager.
I mean, he
When they
was he
beat
was a,
Penn
he was a
State,
game
that was game drive.
man. And so I'm just saying, but you're right, Governor. And people are seeing what a lot of us are seeing. People are seeing what a lot of us are seeing. Right, and nobody said that Bama can't come out of it because they can. But we're just saying it's going to be difficult because people are already gunning for you. Governor says it, Lady Latoya says it, Bishop has said it, I've said it, others have said it. Bama, regardless of a record, because it's Alabama being the standard of how we're used to. Bama is everybody's Super Bowl. Bama is everybody's CFP championship game. Everybody. Like I said before, I have yet to see a sign that says we want Georgia.
Mm.
I
Then we
have
see,
yet to see a sign that says we want Indiana,
but then we see
Ohio
it.
State.
We saw it at the tailgate, right?
Uh-huh.
We were at the tailgate when Ryan caught that touchdown pass. We was elated. We running around the parking lot, giving high fives. And then when the game came back on, weren't we still on pins and needles?
Yeah.
We were on
And
pins
it
and needles.
wasn't until Xavier Brown solidified it with the interception
Then they go down the field.
that they still went down the field. But let me ask, but Bishop, I mean, excuse me, Governor, but why?
Defense is on the field that game. They were on the field that game. And don't get me wrong, chat. Yes, you have moments in the games where you're gonna get your adrenaline back up and everything like that. But one or two plays, if you're tired, you're tired. Your body, you can't beat father times. You can't beat fatigue. That you could suck it up for a play or two, but they're driving down the field. They still
Mhm.
had what, a minute and something left. That's a long time. That is a
Governor,
long.
And Governor, it goes back to like what you said. See, I want to do a thing here, right now, about the alternative. Okay. As dynamic as that play was to Ryan Williams, in my opinion, if the offense was very much more consistent than what they were at that point, it would not have been any need for the play, even if Bama was behind right there.
Mm-hmm.
Putting together a time-consuming drive would have hurt Georgia more than that 75-yard play did.
Of course.
See,
I love but did I like
go ahead, Governor.
I'm saying I love the result, but did I like the execution? No. Because my first thought was that's too much time. There's a lot of time left. We should at least took this game under 30 seconds. We should have been the ones with the ball last, period. They shouldn't even got the ball back.
Right.
That's just my way of thinking. They shouldn't even got the ball back. No, don't leave it up to your kicker. Go down there and score. But you shouldn't have left a minute and 30 something left. Because if I can't remember who the quarterback was, doesn't throw a pick, do we win that game? Yes, a lot of should, coulda, wouldas, but they were running down the field. They were going down the field. They were moving down the field.
Uh-huh.
We beat them by what, 1?
3, 2, 1, 2, something like that.
1-7. It wasn't like they needed a touchdown.
Yeah, because we had to come back. We had to come back on them. Yeah, I think it was by 1, something to that effect, 1 or 2. But look, a field goal would have beat us.
That's it.
A field goal would have beat us. They were too far out of reach for that. But I'm just saying, Governor, I'm standing with you, bro. In this, I am. I really am, because don't get me wrong, I'm like you. I love the result. Of
course.
But I want to see dominance as opposed to explosiveness.
Right.
I think that's what I'm trying to say. I want to exact my will on you. Not so much just to be able to do a dynamic play and boom, pow, and then I haven't taken any time off the clock. I'm giving you a chance to get your guy back in there who's just as good a quarterback. That's where it means, and even though I'm a checkers guy, that's where the game becomes chess. Is that I'm having to outthink you. I want to think another way. If I know that your offense is just as potent as mine, I'm getting ready to keep your butt on the field. I mean, on the bench, and keep my offense on the field. And what we're going to do is we're going to run some time-consuming plays. We're going to get 3 yards here, 3 yards there, 4 yards here, first down, boom. Keep their defense on the field. Let me see. I'm trying to think. We did that against who did we do that against? We did that against somebody and just kept that ball, just kept it going. Now, this was before Coach DeBoer got there. I know who it was. Cincinnati. You remember that game? In a playoff game, we played Cincinnati and we just ran it. They wasn't even trying to burst 10, 15 yards. They wasn't even trying to do it. They were just trying to get 3, 4, 5 yards here, 3 yards here, 3 yards. All they were trying to do was play time-consuming offense to keep Cincinnati's offense off the field. They went in the first quarter trying to tire them guys out. And what ended up happening? By the time the defense broke, Bama broke that game wide open.
I'm like,
strategy.
Double A, just like you gotta have a damn good offensive line for a game manager. You don't have to have a damn good offensive line. You have to have a consistent offensive line.
Just
Like the
be
offensive,
consistent.
you don't need to throw everybody off the line. Just do your assignments.
Yeah, just play. Like what I said earlier, recognize when there's about to be a potential blitz. Because I'm finna tell you what, a good game manager will stop you from blitzing.
If we
Then
haven't
that's when you. I'm just saying now.
like if we having concerns about the offense, what's the best way to rattle an offense? Ain't it blitzing?
Right.
Ain't it blitzing to see if Keelan starts or if Max starts? We all have our own opinions of who's going to start. We have our own ideas. Oh well, Max going to be starting because he's been there longer, or Keelan's going to start because he's a better quarterback. I'm nervous about Mac and if he gets pressure. Well, if I'm nervous about Mac getting pressure, then I'm damn sure gonna be nervous about Keelan getting pressure because yes, he might be faster, but I don't want to see you get hit.
Right.
They
You know
leaving
what,
that.
Governor? But Governor, when you say that, and I'm gonna bring this up one time and one time only. And some people not gonna like this, but I don't care. You don't have another Jalen Milroe back there that can do that.
You don't. You
Sorry,
don't.
but you don't. You don't. As much as some people hated him, I'm gonna go on and just say it. I'm gonna use that term. You hated him. They hated him. He won a lot of games with
With his
his
left.
athleticism.
Mm-hmm.
He did that and could take a hit and could deliver one.
Mm-hmm. We don't have that back there. We have finesse
Don't have that
quarterbacks.
right now.
We
Just
have
saying now.
that's just what we have. Finesse quarterbacks. Great. It's great that you guys are noticing the talent. I'll give y'all that as a coaching staff as a whole. They can evaluate some talent. But are y'all developing them to where y'all need them to be in this conference? You have to.
Yeah, I'm gonna address Double A. Yes, but watch this. What was the turning point in the game?
Pick six.
A pick
Score what?
six.
7.
But if Tennessee scores on that one, Double A, we'd probably be singing a different song. But they were driving on the defense. And what was the problem? Because the offense couldn't maneuver. That's the bottom line. I'm just saying. Yeah, we
This is
won the
what I be
game.
talking about. This is what I be
We won
talking
the
about when I
game.
say numbers can be skewed. Don't
But
look at the final score. The final score does not always dictate on what actually happened in the game.
Bama struggled in that game. Bama did struggle. Yep, 37-20, sure did. But there was a turning point. There was a turning point because Tennessee was driving on us. And when Xavier Brown jumped the route, then that was that. And I'm
Matt,
gonna tell you something else. I'll tell you something else. Go back and look at that interception. Go back and look at it. This is for
bad.
everybody. Go back and look at that interception. He jumped the route.
Yeah.
But when Xavier Brown got over halfway down the field, he was shot. Tennessee was out there. Tennessee had ran that up tempo on them, and he did that out of, and I'm not gonna say out of desperation, but good instinct kicked in too, and he hopped the route, boom, and the quarterback didn't see him coming, bam, he did that, and honest to goodness, that's Xavier Brown's trademark. He did it against Georgia. He did it against Tennessee. He did it against Oklahoma. Xavier Brown would have had more interceptions and run back, pick sixes than that if the timing had been right. But in that Tennessee game, that was the circumstance of it. They were driving on Bama. They were driving on him. And he hopped that route. But the point that I'm making, it goes back to what Governor said early in the conversation, is that the defense was give out at that point. And I'm thankful, Governor, at that point, that game, that interception happened right at halftime. I'm glad.
You go back to that game, P. If you pay attention, that she said the score was 37-20. Yes. So we got that pick six when it was up 17-7, went up by 20. We went up because he scored. So it was 24-7 at half. I don't know if y'all pay attention, but then Tennessee started scoring again.
Yeah.
Game got closer.
Yeah. Defense got tired.
The game got closer before we started scoring again. I don't think we scored again until the fourth quarter. Tennessee scored twice in the third. They made it a game again. That's my point.
Yeah. Got to take them out, man. That's all we're saying. Take them out. Take them out. And especially when that opportunity, listen, I used that word poor earlier. And POOR, passing over opportunities regularly or repeatedly. You can't do that. You got to when that opportunity is given you to take a team out, take them out. Take them out. I'm talking about take them out their misery early. And I think that's going to have to be the key for this year, is to take your opponent out early. And I'm gonna say this now because we're gonna get off into who we play. We're gonna be looking at some more teams and this and that and the third. But I just wanted to read that, Governor, about what was said about this being a crucial year for Coach DeBoer. And they're not lying. It's going to be crucial. It's going to be crucial. I'm like anybody else. I want to see the Tide win. I want to see the Tide win them all. But what I want to see some dominance. I don't want to just win with the by the hair on my chin, and the skin of your teeth. I don't want that. I want to see some dominance so we can be confident. Give me something to be confident about. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. What's up, B Sharp? B Sharp, let me tell you something, bro. I'm on X early this morning, and someone puts on X that Joe Montana was overrated. B Sharp, do you know I almost went through my phone? I was gonna find them and ask them what in the world y'all talking about. But some other people beat me to it. Some other people beat me to it, you know. But anyway, good to see you, bro. But next Monday, B Sharp's gonna be my guest. Be interviewing B Sharp, and we just gonna talk. We're just gonna talk about B Sharp, and everything. And my next week, Governor, I'm having a podcasters and content creators of the game. My first interview is going to be with B Sharp, and I do have Monday, Wednesday, and Friday lined up. Monday will be B Sharp. Wednesday is going to be none other than Kangaroo Black KB, and Friday, I think it's going to be Mr. Roll Tide. But I'm also I've got Legend coming. I just got to pin him in. Figure out which one he wants, what day he wants. He told me any day, but I want to make sure that he's it's going to be good with him. So for now, we got B Sharp, Legend, Kangaroo Black, Mr. Roll Tide. That's 4. And so we gonna do the doggone. Oh, I forgot. I also have Justin Riley coming from the Bama Standard as well. So we gonna be having some nice interviews, Governor, and everything. But B Sharp is gonna be my first one and everything, and then we gonna settle this Tom Brady and Joe Montana debate once and for all. Once and for all, B Sharp.
You see that comment about Joe Montana? I would ask that question. I would ask them first, how old are you? If the person says I'm
Oh, let's
5,
talk about it.
you don't know what Joe Montana did, and I think right now we're really in that time period where the disrespect to certain legends of any of their of the game, either football, baseball, basketball, they're just being disrespected to a high degree, and that's
I'm
kind
with you. And you know what? And I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not even letting. I'm just saying that Brady's not my goat. You know, I'm just saying that. But I will never let anyone disrespect Brady. You see what I'm saying? But what I'm not going to do is I ain't gonna finna tell them to let somebody just disrespect Joe Montana, Terry Bradshaw. Those guys never lost the Super Bowl. They never lost.
of like,
Brady did. He lost 3 of them. 2 of them to the same quarterback. Back to back.
I don't think they didn't see those games. They just see
It's barely they did.
just go off
They did.
their fan. They just pick the guy that has the accomplishments that they see right now. I said you can't just go off of that. You can't. You can't disrespect some of these guys time entitled and their dues and what they did and what they brought into the game. If you're gonna say Joe
Yeah,
Montana's,
man.
I was gonna say Jerry Rice is overrated too. Because one day on the same team,
John
didn't
Taylor, Roger
together.
Craig, Tom Rothman, who else? What's that tight end name? Was it Dwight Clark? Dwight Clark, I think that's his
Like,
name. Man, come on. Ronnie Lott.
I'm like, so then Adam Vinatieri is overrated too. Didn't he win the Super Bowl with the Patriots and the Colts? I'm just saying.
I'm just saying. So next week, y'all, we gonna have me and B Sharp. We gonna settle this once and for all, and we ain't gonna fight about it. We're not gonna fight about it. I'm just gonna tell my side of the story, and there is no story for him to tell because the fact of the business is, yeah, Tom Brady may have won all those Super Bowls, but he lost 3. Joe Montana lost none. Terry Bradshaw lost none. Joe Namath lost none. Drew Brees lost none. You talking about Tom Brady the GOAT?
Eli
No.
Eli didn't
Eli
lose.
didn't lose any. Eli beat y'all dude twice.
Just saying.
Sit your head down in shame, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now we're gonna have a good time though. But B Sharp is gonna be my guest next week in our starting our summer series, and we're going to we're gonna have fun this summer. And the second week we're gonna have ladies of the game, and there's gonna be ladies week, and we're gonna have a great game, and so we're gonna have a good time. But I want to go back to what we were talking about, and just some of the. I want to see some dominant physical football. I think that I believe we're going to see that, but it needs to start on offense, not just lead that up to the defense. That has to start on offense. And for me, Governor, I don't know about you, but for me, the way the physicality starts is by running the football.
You gotta want to.
Running the football.
You gotta want to run the ball
You
first.
gotta want to run it.
Our
That's
running
how
back,
you impose your will. That's how I see it.
our running back shouldn't be surprised. Oh, they're getting the ball this drive. You can see it on
So
their
it's
face.
it's going to
They're
be
surprised they get the ball.
But Governor, before we go though, 'cause I'm gonna get ready to get out of here. Bishop was saying that his internet is down. He just texted me and said his internet is down, and so it's been a lot. It's been a lot of that going on around here lately. But Governor, before I go, let me ask you this. In reading what we just read, and we're going to matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and read this now. You remember a couple of weeks ago, I played this little game about who said what or who were they talking about, right? Played this little game. I'm gonna go ahead and read now because I got this from this magazine when I first started playing the game, but it says here we go. Here we go. It was the anonymous, and the whole thing just said, with whoever was going to follow Nick Saban, there was going to be a measuring stick on the toughness or the softness of the program. The run game statistics do not vouch for toughness. They have to fix that. Losing quarterback Ty Simpson doesn't help that. The top 2 running backs are gone. 3 of the top offensive linemen are gone. And wide receiver Jeremy Bernard was a special player. Losing all of them doesn't allow people to play you honest so that you can run the ball. People are going to be able to play 2 high safeties, create multiple looks, and create issues for them. Double-digit point losses were never a thing under Saban. Now they're a thing. That creates concern, talking points, and narratives, which is tough to deal with because the players see it. This came from an opposing SEC assistant coach. Governor, as we get ready to leave, give me your take on what I just read. That was it in its entirety. The last time I did it, I just did excerpts from it, and that's what was said. But tell me what you think about this anonymous coach. What he said about what he said.
Can I say that he's not wrong, but wrong?
Okay.
The reason why I say he's not wrong, because yes, when you lose anybody, because when you lose anybody from your team, it's going to be, especially if they consistently had the ball in their hand, like the quarterback, yeah, that's going to be an issue. You have to solve that. You have to. A quarterback that's that gets the ball 100% of the snaps, yeah, you gotta plug and play somebody else in there that's going to either take your team further than where it was or change the atmosphere of the team. Something. I can't remember the other part.
Let me see. Let me go back over right quick. With whomever was going to follow Saban, there was going to be a measuring stick on the toughness or the softness of the program. The run game statistics do not vouch for toughness.
Right.
And then it says they have to fix that. Losing quarterback Ty Simpson doesn't help that. The top 2 running backs are gone. 3 of the top offensive linemen are gone. And wide receiver Jerm Bernard was a special player. Losing all of them doesn't allow people to play you honest so that you can run the ball.
Okay. Yes, you're not wrong when you bring up those things, but you're naming, in my point of view, you're naming the people that were put on display like they were the entire offense. You named Bernard, who we all know in certain situations he was going to get the ball. We named the running backs who didn't get the ball. That needs to get cleaned up. You named the quarterback that we lost who gets 100% of the snaps, your leader. And then you named Kalen DeBoer being the replacement of Dick Saban. All those are right. Here's my response to that. Regardless if you got Lane Kiffin, Stark, whoever was going to replace Saban, you already knew he was going to be in a hot seat because it's Saban. That's just understandable. We understand that. So that's out the way. The quarterback, yes, you got to address that. The wide receiver and him naming Bernard. Here's where I get my pushback. I said because before Bernard got there, wasn't there a guy who we still have on this team supposed to be that guy? That was Ryan, wasn't it?
He
The
was
17-year-old. Y'all weren't even saying his name no more. Y'all were just saying the 17-year-old. This is before Bernard got there, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken, I think this is before Bernard got there. Or if he was there, he wasn't that guy. It was Ryan. But you have a collective of guys on that on that wide receiver in that wide receiver room who you guys didn't utilize properly. That's my issue. You can't
uh-huh.
pick out one person from that room when you really had a collectible guys in there that could have done the same thing like Bernard. We just didn't put them on display. The
Right,
running
right.
the game is not going to open up unless the coaches are willing to run the ball. So you can't blame that on the two guys that left. You know what I'm saying? You can't say that, oh well, the two guys that left is going to hurt the running game, but you didn't display them. You didn't display the guys that we did have. That's a coaching thing. That's not the players' fault. The players are only going to go out there and do what you tell them to do. If you want them to block 3 and 4 times before they even get to run the ball,
Uh-huh.
what else can you ask the guys to do? You told him to block. I don't know what else to say. Really, it's a
Right,
catch
right,
22, I guess. It's really a catch 22. Yes, you're right on certain things, but you're wrong on other things because other things weren't displayed for us to actually see and evaluate for us from a fan's point of view. We don't really know what we have if you don't put them on the field.
right,
We're not,
right.
you know what I'm saying? We're not there for practice. We're only there for the game. That's it.
And we just make our evaluations by what we see at the moment.
That's it.
That's it. And we can only speculate what has led up to this. But when it is a repeated thing, or passing over opportunities repeatedly, when you repeat this behavior, then that's when the negative speculations come out because you're not doing anything to change the narrative. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
That's all I'm saying is that you had a quarterback that I felt like that once I found out some more stuff that I felt like that was done unjustly. He was not given the full line to do whatever. So now that that's over, and now we are 96 days away from, game one and all that kind of stuff. That was then. All those guys are gone. They're in the league. They've moved on. God bless them over there. Now we have to deal with what's happening now. So my question is, Governor, but we'll see, because this is going to be a year question, a question that can only be answered as the year progresses. What have we learned? What did we learn from last year? What did we learn? Did we learn anything? What did we do?
I got another question that's going to add on to that.
Go ahead, go.
What did we learn? And for this season, who are they going to blame this time?
Oh,
Because we already know the first year who they tried to blame for the downfall of success of Bama. Last year, we know who they tried to blame last year for the non-success. Who they going to blame this year? And I'll tell you the two. First year was Milrow. Last year was Womack. Who they gonna blame this year?
See who was gonna fall on. And then after they got the blame, and after they got blame Miro, and Womack, and then in the Womack, then they started blaming different individuals.
Mm-hmm.
It went from Womack to Womack A, Womack B, Womack C. And what people didn't realize, and I'm going to close with this, and what people did not realize, Governor, was how close Alabama was to losing Womack.
Man, listen, they don't know.
Oh, yeah.
They don't know that.
People don't know how close Alabama was to being without a defensive coordinator, because he would have been the head coach at Arkansas.
And the players would have left because they loved him.
Ooh. Now, Governor, that's the scariest of a thought.
Okay, now
Keep playing around, and listen. We are just repeating what we see and what we've heard. But I'm telling y'all now, when and I discussed it with and I don't have no bones in saying this. I called Double A up one day and discussed this with her, and everybody we like, really? Womack? Yes, he was that close. She brought it to my attention.
He was about to leave, bro.
We were that close to losing the. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. We were that close to losing the glue that held everything together.
Yeah, he was
Coach DeBoer leaned on that dude, man. They leaned on that on that defense. And that was, man, and I was scared because you're already losing Shep to Oregon State. Then already lost Sheridan to Michigan State. And now the possibility, the potential of losing Womack to Arkansas, a SEC school. I'd like to turn it over in my chair.
All the defensive guys we was naming, they'd have went right along with them because they love playing.
I believe that.
The freshmen were playing on that defense.
They would have went over there. Some of them cats would have went over there and made Arkansas a juggernaut on defense.
QB Reese's of the world, the Xavier Browns, the guys that already left before that.
Just saying. We don't know how this would have turned out if this man would have gone. So all I'm saying is, Governor, I didn't mean to cut you off, but bro, you hit me with that one because I never thought about it like that. And all I'm saying is, offense, show your appreciation. Show your appreciation to the defense. Please.
Trying to tell you, boy.
And I'm not even talking to the players. I'm talking to the OC and company. Please let that O-line cook. That O-line cook.
They saved us. Womack saved us in a lot of games.
I'm saying, man.
And a lot of games. That defense done saved us in a lot of games.
And a lot of them.
Those logos off the other schools that were back in those days and put them into current status. These guys that are leaving Alabama are not just leaving to go into different conferences. They're going to different schools in the same conference.
Yeah.
So schools that are back in the day that we used to just ran through.
Not anymore.
That's not going to happen no more like that. They're getting our guys. Yes, they've been getting our guys, but they're getting our guys in waves now. 2 or 3 years on our squad we've trying to develop them. Now they're leaving with no hesitation. And all of them that's leaving is not leaving because of NIL.
They got that. Man, it's guys doing things, and I keep telling y'all, you got to dive into some stuff just to see. And some of this stuff is not what you think it is. It's not what you think. It's really not.
Noah
So,
Carter did because of NIL.
Telling you,
Okay,
these guys would have left. Some of them guys would have left because it's Coach Wame.
He didn't leave because of NIL.
Saying now.
All right.
Saying. And so all I'm asking the office to do, change the narrative this year. Please change the narrative. I want to see just a little bit different. It wasn't easy. I mean, it wasn't hard for us to get them 24 points in the first half, but can we get at least 10, 12 more in the second?
A field goal. Can we get a field goal?
Can we get a field goal? Something.
Get a field goal.
Something. Can we put the game out of reach? And I'm not talking about a ULM or a Chattanooga. We had nothing. Okay, I said I wasn't going to go back into the past, but
Don't, please don't.
that Eastern Illinois game is still in my phone, taking up my data storage. And I'm looking at this. So we got to do better.
Yeah.
We got to do better. Governor, pardon words, bro.
It's Monday, y'all. You know, it's always a blessing to wake up. I woke my eyes up this morning, so that's always a blessing. We're just talking life, football over here. I love being on here with my guys when they're on here. But P, you know, we go deep. Pause.
Yeah.
You got to throw the pause in that one. Just live your life, everybody. Just live your life. Take it day by day. Take it minute by minute. Enjoy your life. Enjoy your loved ones. It's been rough out here. The people that we used to look up to as youngins are now getting up in age. So call your family. Check on them. Just say hi. Give them a text. You don't got to talk long-winded. Just see how they doing. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Peace to everybody. Love for everybody. And just stay grounded. That's what I would say. That's the stay grounded.
Stay grounded. Yeah.
See y'all Discord, man.
And before I go, there's a couple of things I want to say. Not Susan. Excuse me. Double A. I saw what you wrote, and I'm looking at it on my other screen over there. I don't know if he's been abandoned at 59 or not. Has Rico Scott been abandoned on Interstate 59? I don't know, but somebody better find it. Somebody better find somebody, you know. But I want to thank my producer, Dwight, for the $5 super chat. I want to thank William Bryant for the $10 super chat, Latoya for the $5 super chat, Stephen Hicks for the $5 super chat, Bino, my GM, for the $5 super chat, and Coach Carl for the $9.99 super chat. Thank each of you for the super chat. And here we go. For those of you that have not gotten in the Discord, here's all the information that you need right there to enter the Discord, to sign up and get in the Discord. Governor's there, Bishop is there. Ever so often I'm there, and it'd be some nice conversation go on up in there. Lady Latoya be letting it happen. Her and Double A, Ken the Bama fan, J. Cole, they be making it happen up in there. Icebox comes through every now and then. Stephen Hicks comes in there ever so often. Those just the ones. Susan ever so often comes through. Hey, come through and make it happen in the Discord, because trust me, when the season starts, that's where a whole lot of happening is going to be in the Discord. So with that being said, there's the Discord information if you need it and everything. Matter of fact, I need to write it down myself. And let me see. And then 57 D A. There we go. And we're just so happy to to have all of this going. And then governor said something else, and I want to give condolences out. And y'all might not even know this guy, but one of my matter of fact, he and I are the same age. But one of my favorite singers passed away over the weekend, Foster Silvers, from a group called the Silvers. And I'm pretty sure if you've ever heard this song called Boogie Fever from back in the 70s, that's him, he and his family, back in the Gap when we were kids. Well, he passed away, according to what I read, he passed away Saturday. Man, we don't know where the end lies for any of us. We don't know how. I say this, I'm gonna end with this. The beginning is God, the end is God, but the dash is left up to you. How you treat that dash, that's on you. That's not on God. That's on you. Life is too short. And I want to tell you something. That dash is short. That dash is not long. That dash is very short. Even though some people may live to be 100, but still the dash is short compared to eternity. Listen, life's too short to be running around here holding grudges. Life is too short around here to be hating on somebody. Life is still too short for you not to be for you to be running around here not speaking to your family. Life's too short for that. Life's too short for you to be hating on folks. Life is too short for you not to forgive yourself. Hey, get in the game. Get in the game, this game called life. Yeah, it has its ups and downs, but guess what? It's still worth playing. I want to thank everybody for coming today. Remember to stay focused, drive, and go forward. As always, thank you, Governor, for coming in. Bishop, Twister, Lady Latoya, KT, Coach Carr was here earlier, Twister, all of the Gumbo chefs. Thank y'all for everything that you do. Again, thank everyone for the super chats. We're on the grid, y'all, with the super chats. So, hey, keep it, in the words of Casey and the Sunshine Band, keep it coming, love. That's right. But just remember to stay focused, drive, and go forward in the name of the Lord. And just remember, you can do all things through Christ that gives you strength. But you got to trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not into your own understanding. And all your ways acknowledge him. He'll direct your path. And once he showed you, you acknowledge him, he shows you the path, you're going to see your plan, and you're going to see the purpose. I think you're going to like what you see once you trust him. And just remember, this kitchen's big enough for everybody to cook in. Do your good cooking, all right? Piano Man don't know everything. I just know what I'm talking about. So with that being said, continue to be that fan. Just be realistic. So with that being said, Governor, the Discord is open. I'm going to put that back up there one more time before I go. There's the Discord information. The Discord is open. The Gumbo chefs have left the building and the kitchen is closed. I will let you know tomorrow exactly what the plan is going to be. Because like I said, I have to take my grandson to his football camp in the morning, and I just may come from the camp. It just be on my phone, so we'll be going from there. So with that being said, everybody have a great day. Let's not forget that Be Sharp comes on this evening and others come on. Let's continue to support them. Be Sharp, Icebox, KB, all of them. Tez, everybody, Hall of Fame, everybody support him. Coach Sean, Coach Al, salute Coach Al. That's my dog. That's my dog. Everybody. Hey, good to see everybody. Thank you for coming. I want everybody to have a great day. And until tomorrow, the Lord willing and the creek don't rise, we'll see you in the Discord and roll tide. We'll see you later. Peace.